Hello, this is Rebecca here, and welcome back to the 12 days of Christmas journaling. We are on day 9. We are getting towards the end of this series. So I wanted to show you some ideas for setting up and being prepared for December daily. If you've been watching the series, you know I've moved into my Kahir size traveler's notebook, and I'm going to be setting this up because I think it also helps you get a jump start on decorating, and then I also think that it helps you not feel overwhelmed, especially if you don't have a whole lot of time to do a lot of decorating. So I did want to tell you one thing. I went on to Google today and I just typed in December daily, and if you haven't done that yet, please go do that. They have tons of ideas for decorating, tons of ideas for daily prompts, which I'm going to do a video on daily prompts in the next, I guess, 3 videos. So that's coming up. But it just gives you some inspiration, and it gives you lots of eye candy to look at, and look how pretty everything is, and some ideas. So I do suggest doing that as well. And I'm sure Pinterest has just galore of documentation or creative journaling and things like that that you can look at as well. So we created this page. This is kind of just the cover page to the December daily, and then I always typically I kind of went back and forth on whether to do that, but when I went and Googled today December daily, one of the people out there, I shouldn't say people, but one of the ladies out there does, her blog is called Stitched in Time. She does, I just love looking at her December daily stuff. When I happened to go onto her site today, and I'm going to leave a link below to her blog, but she had created these fun little calendars. So I went ahead and printed out both of them. I wasn't sure which one I was going to use. I'm getting drawn towards this cute little VW bus. And so I think I'm going to go with that. But they're free printables. You can print them out into whatever size that you need. But typically what I do is I kind of put a calendar in the beginning. And I'll go in, I'm just going to cut it out real quick. And I'll go in and fill this out. And that way, sometimes it's kind of helpful if you know, I mean, especially if you're looking back, you know the dates that you have. You know what day, oh, what did the first fall on? Oh, it fell on a Friday this year. Hope I got a heart. And so I like adding that in there. And plus I like adding what we have going on, you know, just the daily, you know, like especially family Christmas, put family Christmas in there, or put, you know, the band concert that my daughter is having this year. So just a couple ideas that you can post. Now another thing that's kind of a clever idea is if you say, remember how I was talking about putting it in your planner or a notebook, or, you know, even jotting it down on a sheet of paper, let's see if I can find that real quick. Oh, your December stories. You know, I have this in my Christmas planner. This could be something that you could use also, especially if you don't have a whole lot of time to go in and just jot down, you know, Advent, you want to talk about your hot cocoa, you took a picture of it, and then, you know, that's what you're going to document. So that could also be a very clever way to keep up with your journaling. It's just kind of jot it down there. So I'm just going to kind of create a layout, and this is kind of what this video is about, is just how I'm getting prepped for the December, before the December daily. Now I cut this off screen. It's a fussy cut out of a vintage card. I know all you vintage paper lovers out there, how can I cut a card? My husband would freak. But I'll have to show you these. They are so adorable. And now, typically I have a bunch of my great-grandmother's cards. I would not cut them. They are memories. They are from the family. But these are ones that I picked up in Brenham this last weekend. And they're just, now this one's kind of in good shape. This one had a little bit of, oops, I gotta be careful with that paper. This one had a little bit of bugs, like, or something had eaten the top of the card, so it was kind of crumbly. But the image of the Santa is just adorable, and so I cut him out. But I look at it this way too. I know that these papers have been around for, you know, what, 50, 60 years. I know when I put it that way, it sounds horrible. But isn't it great to actually use them and put them in a book and they can look really pretty and stuff in there? So I always look at it that way too. But, and then this was a cute little postcard. And actually I got these because I have a couple snail mail gifts I'm sending out, and I'm going to just send these in with them. Isn't that cute? It's precious. And here's another Scotty. See how this is kind of eaten, like little bugs have eaten on it, and so I could just trim that off there, and I'll probably maybe put that in there, and it could be actually a tip in as well. So so that's something I got. Now there's other one I did, I think it's in the other room because it just cracked me up. It was a small card like this, and it had a little snowman. It was a woman carrying a bunch of packages, and she looked like she's probably from, you know, the 30s or 40s, and this little snowman over here is like throwing a snowball and whacking her in the hat. She has this hat on, and I just thought, well, that's just brutal, you know. And then I opened it up, and then she's like clobbering the snowman with snowballs in there, and it talks about having fun. So these are really cute, and I don't find them often. And the store I went into had a ton that were not written in, which was to me just crazy, because I mean, I think he must have found like boxes of them, and just basically, oops, yeah, you can tell my area is getting very messy here. But that's okay, it means I'm having fun. But he must have had just boxes of them, because he had several of them, and I bet he probably took them out and just sold them individually. I think I paid like $1 a piece, which is not that bad. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put in, you know, I'm mad for plaid. So I'm just going to put in this sheet as a backdrop for my calendar. And I'm just going to add some glue. And like I said, this is just kind of a video of showing you how I'm prepping up my notebook, my journal for the December daily process. Now, for my regular journal that I use for my personal, where I'll be writing in, those are pages that I probably will not prep, just because those are kind of like my regular, you know, journaling. So most of the time, those are ones that I add watercolor to, and when I prep those, I'm usually prepping it the day before, because I'm usually writing about a story or something like that. But with this one, I feel like it's documenting December, it's documenting Christmas, so I can add lots of little Christmas decorations or use Christmas paper, and it will go with whatever I have going on. So I had made this wand a while back. This is when you can also start getting the supplies that you made and start adding the supplies into your journal. So before I move on to the wand, I'm going to finish putting this calendar in. And so what I was saying about this wand is I had made that one a while back, and I'm going to add it to this page, I think. So this is where you can start adding all your little journals and shaker cards and those kind of things. So I'm just going to come in here and add, you know, I might do like a stamp at the top that says December. So I'm just going to kind of put that in there like that. And then I was thinking about adding this over here and then putting him like that. So I think for this, I can actually come in, I was going to add washi down the side here. Find me some Christmas washi. Oh, this is cute. This, you know, I love, most of the time it's horizontal washi. I love it when you find some vertical washi. This has little trees on it. I think I got this at Michael's either last year or a couple years ago. And so I'm just going to add this. And now it may need to be reinforced with some hot glue or something like that. But we're just going to play it by ear and see what happens. I was going to try to see if I could get it to line up with that other one there. Oh, I see it doesn't. It's not a perfect fit. Okay. Well, the thought was nice. So I'm just going to put that in there like that. Secure it down in. And then for jolly old St. Nicholas, I'm going to put glue on the back of him. And actually, we'll use the back side of this. Now the papers are very thin and fragile, but I'm thinking with the glue, it will kind of reinforce. But I just want to be careful where I don't press down so hard I rip the paper. I think you could also laminate this, and that would help preserve it a little better too. Isn't he cute? And see, now you can enjoy him in your journal. Just like that. And this is where you can come and, you know, add your little quotes. We were talking about Elf. Who loves Elf? I love Elf. But my son and my husband were talking about, oh, look at how, I like that. That's cute. Because it was a Christmas card. But anyway, it's this little kit from Simple Stories, a mistletoe kit. It has a couple quotes from, this is where I could add. It has a couple of quotes from the Elf, and I love Elf. I don't know, it's a feel-good movie. I don't know, it's just fun. But my son and husband they're just not too crazy about it. So, because we had our tree trimming, and they said they just weren't crazy about it. So, let me get out my little sticker machine. Move this along a little quicker. So, now I did want to tell you on the very last video, I'm going to do like one big final swoop through of my journals and things like that. So, if I'm just kind of coming on the video to do a few on here today, and then the very last video it'll show you all my setups. So, so there's my calendar. So I always have a calendar at the beginning, and then typically I kind of like to write a little letter, or you know, maybe a kind of letter to myself, or letter to the family, or just a Dear Christmas or something like that, just to kind of give an idea, winter wishes or something like that, just to say, you know, this is what we want to see happen this year, or this is Christmas, or something like that. So more than likely that will be on that side, and then you can start with Advent. And I counted my pages, and I actually have a little bit more than 25 pages to add on each side. But I do know that like with Family Christmas, it'll probably be like my doubles, and then also with Christmas Day, it will also have some more space. But I do want to remember that I can fold out cards and create tip-ins, and that will be very handy. And I also have all these cute little inserts here in these junk journals that will help you be able to have more space to work with. So just to kind of get an idea, we're going to do our winter wishes here. We're going to do Advent here. So I could kind of create a little cluster here, and we could go ahead and number it. So like I said, sometimes I'm just leery about adding too much at one time, but I did want to show you, because what if, oh my gosh, I didn't see this in there. Oh my gosh, that is so adorable. I'm going to use that for a number. So I'm going to set out some of these that I just think are too cute. Oh my gosh, that is so cute for numbers. I'm in the gnomes. Seeing this like this one. The best gift around the tree is a family wrapped in love. I think I could use like that at my family Christmas. I'm having a thing for houses too. Simple Stories, I just love their line. So, okay, so knowing that we're going to use this as number one, I'm going to kind of add like a little cluster over here, and let's find some fun little papers, and I'll kind of let you in. I bought my daughter, you know, I'm crazy about the Happy Marigolds journals and stuff, And so I bought my daughter, this may not work since it's more white, this background. Sometimes that clashes. But I bought her a journal too. That's going to kind of be her little advent. So that's really fun. I want to see what's on the back side. Stripes. It's kind of been using. I'm going to use this polka dot. I'm just going to kind of cut a square here. And this is just kind of to add some background, because I'm just going to put a number on here. And again, you're just having fun. You're not worrying about things. I have a tendency to make things just, oh, they got to be perfect, and what if they're not matching? And I need to just let that go and have fun and not worry about if something doesn't particularly match, even though I'd like it to, or at least look like it belongs together and not just thrown. But so I'm just gonna make a foundation page here for day number 1. I know it's gonna be Advent. I don't know if I mentioned it on here. We were having a discussion about it while we were getting all the I think I did talk about it on the first day that I was talking about the whole journaling thing. But oh my gosh, every year we did Advent, my son and daughter would cry, and they would it was always just who's going to open the first Advent. And now that he's at college, he came down to decorate the tree, and I wish I would have sent him back with little gifts. And now I think he's there until all the the finals are over, which is not till mid December. So I wish I would have sent him back with little gifts to open. So I'm just going to come in here with the foam sticker, number 1. I bought these at Hobby Lobby when they were on sale. Sometimes I'm not real crazy about buying these. I used to buy them all the time, but I noticed that they kind of went to I didn't use them all, and then they would come apart, and they were just a pain to deal with. But this is a special occasion, and I like the different colors, and I love the sparkle. So I'm just going to add another piece of washi. So there, so you kind of get an idea. You're just adding little foundation pages here. Now, so, my little dots in here, I just think they're so cute. Now the next thing, okay, so this is where I kind of get to where, I know that we're going to be having a band concert on the 10th. So if you counted these out, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I have to say here, what if something happens where I want to do a 2-page spread? Do a big picture, or actually paint, or do something like that. So I'm not going to overly commit, but remember I made this little journal cluster card. I'm going to go ahead and put, I think I wrote it on here. Where's my calendar? I don't have my calendar here, but I'm just going to clip this in for now. Oh, you know what? It's not on the 10th. It's on the 7th. Right? I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Let me look at the calendar here. I know it's on a Thursday. The 7th. Okay, so I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to get a foam. Actually, I'm going to show you real quick, too. Sorry, I'm all jumping all over the place. I bought this from the Paper Basket. If y'all haven't seen her on Instagram, follow her on Instagram. I'll leave a link below to her Etsy shop. But she has, if you're into vintage papers, she just has so much cute things. So I had purchased this from her a while back, or actually not a while back, just the other day. And isn't this great? Look, 30. There's your number. I just thought it was so cute. So to have these fun little cards with the numbers on. Oh, isn't that cute? A 5, and that looks like a Santa. So I'm going to keep that out. You know, a 10 could be good. Let's see what else we got here. 350, keep this coupon. Oh, look, these are great to have. Now, and so I'm just going to kind of keep those out. And then, oh, and I bought these little, remember I told you I have those little cards? That's what was on the cover. So I bought a set of those. I'm going to leave those out because I may add her to my other journal. So, just kind of flipping through here. That could be a 7. I might put like a sticker over that or something. These are great, 23. So I love to use different size numbers. So I'm going to set those aside. These can go back and use them on another page. You know what, this could be also cute. If you had like the number 4, you could circle that in red. So I'm going to leave that aside. Excuse me, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to kind of group this together. Let's see if we have a little plastic sleeve available that I can just slip these in. We can take this stuff out. Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. Okay, so I'm going to keep those handy, and I am so sorry. Excuse me just one moment. Sorry about that. I needed to get a drink, and because I didn't want to keep clearing my throat on camera. So, so another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go over here, and this is cute. We could do numbers on here. Oops. So I'm going to just, let's see here. We got 7, we have 5. Let's do the number 2. So I'm going to pick this turquoise color. And I'm just going to grab the number 2 out of here. And add it just like that. Add 2. We have 5. I like the bingo for the 4. I'm just going to kind of keep that open. What's another random number that we can use on this? Cute? No, he is so cute. I'm trying to think of what is coming up. Let me look into my planner and see if there's something that... Oh, you know what I could do? I'm going to put 22 because 22 is a very special day for a surprise for my daughter, and so I want to put this little gnome deserves that little 22. So I would like to see the red. Let's see here. This isn't really red. This is somewhat red, but I'm going to use my number stamps. So see, we could do that too. Oh, you know what I could do? Yes, I'm embossing. You know I'm fanatic about embossing these days lately. I thought I had some red. I know I did. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to find my... I'm going to have to end up cleaning my area up before it's all said and done. Oh, here we go. So I'm going to use these number stamps. I got these from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to get a piece of paper. I probably need to plug in this embossing tool. Let's see, is it plugged in? Look, it's already plugged in. So we're ahead of the game here. Okay. And I'm going to make a sparkly red 22. Oh, I have red, but that's okay. We're going to use a stamp because this is the fun part. So, I'll take this 2 out. Just use this. Ooh, I didn't clean this last time very well. Sorry to do this all on camera. I wasn't very responsible stamp person. I just don't want the red. I mean the black that I use. I use this in my planner all the time. Okay. Oh, let's hope that it doesn't. Maybe the red will cover it up a little bit. Could have put in the center, but that's okay. We're going to put some red sparkle on him. Whoops. See if I can pick him up. Maybe I'll shake that right off in there. Cover this up. We don't want all the heat, the heat under the, you know what, let me get, isn't he so cute? And you know what I might do also is, and then I'll set it aside, is I'm going to get out some little white, some sparkly glitter, and I'm just going to add it to the top here. He is looking just too fabulous, is he not? So I'll add some green. And then I might, once that dries, let's make sure, did it melt all the way? I think so. And then once it dries, I'll go in and wipe off that excess. But I'm gonna, isn't he cute? So, okay, so you have your number 22. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is just kind of, I'm gonna set him over here. I don't want to mess him up. But I'll just start gathering. You know, if you find a big number somewhere, or you see something and you're like, oh, that's gonna be so cute. You've got all your numbers here. And so when you start actually journaling about your days, it's easy access to those numbers. So yeah, so there we go. I've gotten some, you know, one foundation page foundation page. You can go in here and add different, you know, papers and things like that. And so I'm going to work on that. And then, like I said, the very last video that we have, the 12 days, it'll be one final flip through, and then I will show you my complete December daily setup. So if you have any questions, just leave them below, and I hope you're enjoying this series, and I will see you in my next video.